What is the best beverage for weight loss and health? I want to talk to you about having smart beverage choices in this video. And we're going to start with the power of tea. One of the world's most popular beverages. It's thought to have originated in China in 2700 BC, a long time ago. And legend has it that Shen Nong was boiling a pot of water and some leaves fell in it, and he drank it anyway. Now, I would have probably taken the leaves out, but he drank it anyway, and it was slightly bitter, and he immediately noticed that he was thinking clearer and seeing clearer. And tea went viral after that and spread throughout the world almost 5,000 years ago. It went on the trade routes, and as you know from American history, it came to America. Green tea is made from freshly harvested Camellia senescens leaves. They're immediately steamed, rolled, and dried. And it has a high concentration of polyphenols. And if you've been following me, you know they're very healthy. And antioxidants called catechins. About 50 to 80% of the catechins are something called EGCG. And it has some powerful benefits on its own. It's a powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It can help or reduce various joint diseases like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis and bursitis. And people that have those problems frequently report benefits after taking things with EGCG in it. So there's three main types of tea. There's green tea, and it can be then fermented into oolong tea or undergo further fermentation to become black tea. And the polyphenols and catechins change as it's fermented somewhat, but the fermented kinds have theoflavins, which have benefits of their own. So they're all great to use. Drinking green tea helps with weight loss. So if you're trying to lose weight, you should be using green tea. And there's several mechanisms that make it beneficial for you. It increases your metabolic rate and fat oxidation. It does that through the sympathetic nervous system. It decreases hunger and appetite. It decreases ghrelin, the hunger hormone. If you're constantly fighting that hunger hormone, get some green tea and sip on it. And it blocks the absorption of glucose by up to 25%. Now that's huge, especially if you have blood sugar problems, diabetic problems. Here's how it works. The catechins block some enzymes that cause you to produce more noradrenaline. Caffeine boosts cyclic AMP, and that further increases noradrenaline. And combined, they boost your sympathetic nervous system. Noradrenaline is a neurotransmitter and a hormone that plays a crucial part in your body's fight or flight response. It's involved in regulating arousal, attention, stress reaction, and it also affects your blood pressure, heart rate, and metabolism. Cold brewing preserves the catechins the best. You extract 2 to 3 times more if it's cold brewed as opposed to hot brewing. And you can just get some green tea and steep it with cold water for 6 hours. Or some of you have probably made sun tea, same principle. You don't have hot water. It does preserve more of the nutrients. Both are good, but cold would be better. Green tea may also reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by 30 to 40%. The Mediterranean population was studied in a big study called the MED-S study, and they found that each additional cup of tea was associated with a 70% lower risk. And theanine, which is an amino acid, is found in green tea, and it has been shown to improve blood pressure and endothelial function. That's the lining of your blood vessels, allowing them to expand and contract. And it may even reduce the risk of stroke by 21%. So here's your tea tips for the day. I'm going to encourage you to drink 3 cups of green tea, oolong, or black tea a day. You can add some fruit to it if you need a little flavor, but you'll get used to drinking it after you have a while. And you can just keep the leaves in a strainer and then refill it throughout the day. So what if you say, I just really can't do tea? Well, you can do something else that I do in addition to drinking tea. I have some matcha tea. Now, matcha tea is one of the healthiest green teas there is, and it is really, really green. And it comes in a powdered form. I got this from Thrive Market, and I just put a little scoop of it in my shake when I have my shake in the morning. What other beverages could you drink? How about coffee? And make sure it's organic, because there can be a lot of pesticides used in making coffee. Like green tea, it can help with weight loss, diabetes, and heart disease. It contains more stimulant, caffeine, than the teas do. It can increase your fat oxidation and metabolism by up to 10%. Now that's huge. If you're trying to lose weight, bumping it up 10% is a significant change. A study at Harvard University found that each additional cup of coffee was associated with a 1/4 pound of weight loss. And if you're going to add things to your coffee, you're going to block the benefits. So don't add things to it. We'll talk about that in a minute. So coffee blocks the absorption of carbohydrates by stopping some enzymes needed for it, which can help lose weight and blood sugar. It's associated with lower weight in large studies. And again, cold brewing does retain more of the beneficial compounds. So what is it in coffee that makes it unique and beneficial? It's something called chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is very helpful for a lot of problems. It is anti-diabetic, anti-carcinogenic, anti-inflammatory, and anti-obesity. That's huge. That's some of the biggest problems we have in America. What is the best roast of coffee for weight loss and health on this scale? Light, medium, or dark? There's one that I don't want you to use, and it's one I used to use before I saw these studies. It is the dark roast. Dark roast destroys 90% of the chlorogenic acid. They did a study where they looked at coffee from these coffee places around the country. One of the places they checked produces or serves dark coffee. Anyone know what that place is? That's Starbucks, yes. And guess what? No chlorogenic acid in the coffee. So get used to the light and medium roast, and you'll enjoy them just as much. What else could you do to wipe out all the benefits of coffee? Put a little cream in it or milk in it. You're going to wipe it all out. Look at the chlorogenic acid without this is black coffee, and you add a little milk and it goes down significantly. Don't add stuff to your coffee. And if you want to help your vascular function, your endothelium, drinking water has some benefit. Tea, tremendous benefits. You add a little milk to that tea, you just lost all the benefits. So same thing with coffee. Don't add things to it. And also avoid sugary drinks. Replace sodas and juice with coffee or tea. And adding sugar is going to cancel the benefits as well, so don't do that. Now, what about diet drinks? Is that something we should be looking at? Yeah, you don't want to be using them. Artificial sweeteners increase hunger. They raise ghrelin, that's your hunger hormone, and they stimulate your hypothalamus in your brain, which is your hunger center. They trick your brain without delivering calories, so they don't do anything good to you. And there are a couple of large studies. In the Nurses' Health Study, a very large study, long-term, they looked at low-calorie sodas, and they gained 54% more weight than those who drank the least. In San Antonio Heart Study, they gained 78% more weight. Why? Why do they gain more weight when they are drinking calorie-free sodas? It's because of the hormone effect. Eating and drinking low-calorie sodas makes your hormones activate so that you are hungry. More studies on low-calorie sodas. No significant BMI reduction in clinical trials associated with a 54 to 78% more weight gain in observational studies. They do not reduce calorie intake. People often eat more when they're using these diet sodas. And even the World Health Organization, which I'm not a big fan of, they've come out and said, you probably shouldn't drink low-calorie sodas. If you're trying to lose weight, well, you shouldn't drink it for any reason, in my opinion. So it increases ghrelin, your hunger hormone, 3 to 4 times compared to water. They do not increase the satiety hormones. They increase hunger in the hypothalamus. And even sugar, when you take in sugar, it increases GLP-1, which makes you a little less hungry. Well, if you take in those diet sodas, it does not increase GLP-1, so you are hungrier. Your brain gets messed up with these low-calorie sodas. Your brain's tricked into thinking there's calories coming in, and then, oh wait, no they're not. So it's hunger, it's hormones, not calories that I want you to be concerned with. We've got to fix the hormones. And last but not least, these diet beverages and diet sugars kill your gut bacteria. A study from Duke University showed that 1 packet of Splenda can wipe out half your good gut bacteria. And that is a bad, bad game changer. Here's a few thoughts. Small, consistent changes have a big effect over time. And that's what the 7 Systems Plan is about. It's about helping you make small, consistent changes, and lots of them. Battles are won on the margins, not in the middle, and tea and coffee can help with that. So choose smarter drinks to support your health goals. I want to encourage you to drink more tea and coffee. Drink it black, and brew tea and even coffee colder if you want to preserve more of the nutrients. And absolutely avoid sodas, diet sodas, and sugar-free food.